Good morning, hello, and welcome. This is the Art Alliance for Contemporary Glass and Intersect Chicago series on seeing glass around the world. Today's presentation is from Budapest, and we have an amazing young artist, Zsuzsanna Kóródi, who is coming to us live from Budapest and is going to share art from that area as well as some information about Budapest, where she currently resides.
So hello everyone from Budapest. This is the capital of Hungary, which is in the Eastern Middle Europe. And this is my hometown. This is my everything. Most of the glass happens here in Hungary, in Budapest. So that's what you will see. It's a really, really nice destination as a tourist. So if you ever come here, you will not be disappointed. We have beautiful places, historical downtown, beautiful bridges, and you can see all that. We have the second biggest synagogue in the world, and parks, Hero Square, a lot of beautiful places. We have most of the biggest city which has a lot of baths, and you can enjoy the thermal baths here a lot. And of course we have a lot of glass here, so is it really worth the time to come here? That's about Budapest, so you can pause. I don't know if it was okay. Before everyone talks about Hungarian glass, the first person who we need to mention is Zoltán Bohus, who was the master of every Hungarian glass artist. And we just lost him 3 years ago, so there's still a big space after him. And the other important influence for Hungarian artists is his wife, Mária Lugocsi. I think most of the collectors, glass collectors around the world know this couple because they were really well known, and they have pieces in very important collections, like just like Victoria and Albert or British Museum and Corning. So you can see their work at many places. Okay, pause. Okay. One of the first artists I want to talk about or want to mention is Anett Bilcizki, who is a young Hungarian artist, but she lives in Denmark now. She has a really nice, mostly Paddover work, and she is inspired by the nature and the coast of the sea, the Northern Sea, and the landscape. And she is trying to show these moments, what she feels when she walks around the coasts. She is a very talented Hungarian artist, I think, and she attended Frauenau in Germany, and she, I think, went to Haystack School. So we have a lot of potential in her work. Okay, that's all. Péter Borkovics is also a very important part of the Hungarian glass art community. I am sure that most of you know his work from Habitats and other galleries around the world. He is teaching at Mihaly University recently at the glass department, and he had a long career at the high school where I was also studying. which is specialized in glass and other fields of the art. His work is made in kiln, where he does his tricks and beautiful stuff. And most of the artists in Hungary work in cold techniques and combine it with the kiln. And so PÉTER does this. He's putting these layers together cold and then puts in a form, heated up in a kiln, and reforms it with his hand. And then when it's all out from the kiln, he does the polishing and the beautiful documentation. That's it. Péter Botos is also a big cold worker. He's one of the older generation, and he's also well known. He'd been giving a lecture at SOFA Chicago earlier, and he does these beautiful sphere cross sculptures with a lot of optical tricks and a lot of polishing, grinding, as you can see. His work most based on geometrical abstraction and constructivism. We have a great heritage in geometric art in Hungary, so of course it can be seen in glass as well. Lately, he uses dichroic surfaces and a lot of optical parts. That's why his pieces are beautifully working with the light and all that stuff. Okay.
Sziasztok! Az IBÖ Budai Kreatív Ház legújabb kiállítását kiállításán Botos Péter üvegszobrász lenyűgöző formabontó alkotásait tekinthetitek meg. Az elmúlt 3 évből szemezgettünk, olyan munkákat láthattok, melyeket eddig még sehol soha. A következő percekben tekintsétek meg a megnyitón készített kiskezdcsinálónkat, de gyertek el személyesen és nézzétek meg ezeket a csodákat itt a helyszínen.
A kiállítás különlegessége az, hogy kísérletet tesz a műfaj határainak kitágítására. Nem csak alkot, hanem teremt.
Egy varázslatos világ nyílik meg, amit többfajta módon tudunk bejárni.
Marta Edocs is mostly known about her jewelry, but she's an amazing artist who uses fusing, and she does these geometrical, very, very fine, very sensitive images with this silky surface and the bubbles, what she arranges with different colors, and you can see how beautifully created pieces. She's giving lectures worldwide, and she's been to Corning many times and doing jewelry there. She combines glass with silver mostly and stainless steel, and does these beautiful wearable little sculptures. Gyorgy Gaspar is also one of the most important Hungarian glass artists recently, and he is a big influence for the younger generation now, because he was also teaching at the Molina University, and now he started another department at the University of Pécs. His work is mostly inspired by architecture and geometry, and he has a very special style. I think you cannot see anything which is similar to his pieces. He does a lot of wall pieces recently, and he combines painted surfaces, do a lot of gluing and cold working, grinding, polishing. He creates these colors by himself by dyeing the glue. That is how he makes these unique effects. The lines in the layer are all hand drawn, so it's not a computer, it's not a silk screen or a print. A lot of handwork. These pieces are also can be found in Corning and Erskine Museum or Mudak in Switzerland, in many places, and now mostly in fine art galleries around the world. In these pieces, he scraps off the paint from the surfaces of the glass. So every clear part is a scrapped off part. For example, in this piece, you can see this orange shape. The whole layer was orange, but he scrapped it off, and that's how he does his layers and pieces. Go on.
You're on.
So this is me, my own work. I do work with lenticular imagery, which means that I use lenses, what I grind by myself and put on the surface, which is printed. And when you walk around a piece, the image is mostly changing. As you can see here, it's the same piece, but it can be different from a different angle. Or in this one, the colors are changing. I mostly get my inspiration from the screen. So the digital environment are really gives me the most visual inspiration, what I want to express in my own work and make a memory of these moments, what we spend. We all spend a lot of time in these media, social media. So that's it, and I have some videos. Koeblitz Birgit is a very colorful artist. She does a lot of mural work with architecture and sculpture works as well. She uses PÉTER and kiln casting and does fusing, painting. So you can see she combines abstract and figurative art. With a nice balance in her glass paintings and sculptures as well. She is a middle generation in Hungarian glass art. Laszlo Lukacsi is a very well-known Hungarian glass artist. He does gluing and layering. He's famous about his fans, glass fans he makes. He has won a Kanazawa Gold Prize before and have his pieces in really nice collections. That's all. And Margit M Toth is one of the exemptions of typical Hungarian geometrical art because she does these figurative kiln casting sculptures. She's a really nice sculptor and casts these elements separately, and then she builds it together in these sarcastic and funny compositions. So nicely done surfaces with acid edge and hand grinding. She always combines humor and history. And there's also really nice drawings for her pieces as separate art pieces. Her work can be found at international galleries also, and nice private collections. Mihaly Melcher is the husband of Margit M Toth, so they are living and working together for a long time. He also uses some figurative elements, but mostly more constructive and geometric. He also does his elements in kiln casting and builds it together after it's out of the kiln and retouch the surface. You can see a kind of Kandinsky-ish feeling in these pieces. And a nicely designed combination of figurative and abstract elements. Every color has its own meaning and every surface has its own life with the colors and the light. Balázs SIPOS is also doing a really nice work in figurative glass. And what he combines is the inside and the outside of the material. He does really fine casted pieces in the kiln, and also has that humor what he sorry, I'm just froze down. So his biggest influence is Margit M Toth, as he told me. He loves her work, so that you can see on these pieces. But he's a younger generation. You're a puppy just with a figure inside. And the buffers, they are touching each other in the bath. It's really funny. And there is some philosophy in these pieces. For example, this one, the big fish eats the small one. Csilla Szilagyi is one of the artists who were working in a factory as a designer for years. So there are some designing stuff in here, in her portfolio. Recently, she does installation and sculpture where she combines concrete with glass, as you will see. And sometimes she does video mapping on these sculptures, like this one. It's pretty rare in Hungary that someone does design and sculpture as well. But she was able to find a balance. So these are the concrete and glass combined works, sculptures with casted and hot casted elements. Finally, Dora Varga, who is also does kiln casting and pâte de verre, and she is my age. She is a younger one. She does a really nice pieces inspired by the climate change. She also does installation and combines glass with video, as you will see soon. In her work, the optical properties of glass and the shape is creating a nice combination where transparency and translucency is also very important. Okay, hi, my name is Zsuzsanna Kóródi, and thanks for watching this presentation, and thanks for AACG and Intersect Chicago for this opportunity to show you a little more about Hungarian glass art and the artists, and hope you can, after this crazy time, you can visit my beautiful town and see these beautiful works in real life. So stay safe, and stay healthy. Bye.